My name is Mamyrah Douge-Prosper. I am an assistant professor at the University of California, Irvine, in the Department of Global and International Studies. I am also the international coordinator for a Black Pan-African collective called Community Movement Builders. I am born and raised in Haiti. I left Haiti at 15. In 2010, I was a graduate student in Miami. When I got the news, my mother was there and a lot of my family members, and it was really hard to get in contact with folks. That also changed the direction of my work. So I was thinking of a totally different topic to research. And the earthquake presented a certain set of questions that I wanted to answer, which was this question, like, what are Haitians doing to respond to the earthquake? And I was most interested in people who were organized in formations that were clearly political, and wanting to understand their history and their relationship to this moment. So the earthquake just shifted my thinking, my research interests personally. And I will say this, that one of the things about the 2010 moment, yes, it's disaster, yes, it's death, but we also see mutual aid, we also see people coming together. But the 2010 moment becomes some sort of a weird opportunity also for people to provide their vision of what development in Haiti could be, right? One that is centered around people. And the earthquake becomes an opportunity for new social movements to emerge. So one of the key movements that I ended up eventually coming to study and coming to know the folks were the Communauté M, so the LGBT organizations that saw a moment that they could then become part of the conversation, especially because, as I said at the beginning, Vodou was pointed out as one of the central reasons that caused the earthquake, but also people who were considered to be deviant from the heteronormative model of being, of humanness, were also blamed for the earthquake. And so even though you had this sort of, potential threat to Vodou, and specifically the Communauté M, which is the way that Haitians talk about themselves, right? And I use LGBT because this is language that we use here, but folks in Haiti talk about Communauté M, and so they saw actually in this moment that it was an opportunity to come out into organized groups. And I think this is important because in one of my interviews with Charles Jeudi, who's now deceased, and he's the founder of Courage, which was a very much more militant LGBT group, and he says the fact alone that people were talking about us, right, made it possible for us to capture the moment, right, and reframe it. And so this is a very key moment for certain movements, right, that they use the opportunity of the earthquake to say, well, we've been saying some things for a very long time. Maybe this is a good time to hear us, and maybe we can avoid another disaster if we do something different.